The year was 2000 and Manila International Airport was buzzing like any other busy afternoon. Flight PR-782 heading from Manila to Davao was nearly full. Families, students, office workers, and tourists filled the cabin. Among them was 16-year-old Sarah Balabagan, a quiet, polite Filipino girl traveling alone to visit her mother. She sat by the window, reading a small paperback novel, unaware of the chaos that was about to unfold. The aircraft took off smoothly, climbing into the clouds. The seatbelt signs went off, and passengers relaxed. Flight attendants began serving drinks. Everything felt normal, peaceful, even until a sudden commotion broke the calm. A man in his mid-40s stood up abruptly from row 18, knocking over his tray. His eyes were wild, his breathing fast. Before anyone understood what was happening, he pulled out a sharp metal object from his coat. "Don't move," he shouted, his voice trembling with rage. "This plane is mine." The cabin froze. A baby began crying. A woman gasped loudly. Flight attendants stepped back, hands raised. Terror swept through the cabin like a wave. Sarah felt her heart drop. She had never imagined witnessing something like this. But as the hijacker grabbed a flight attendant by the arm and threatened her, something inside Sarah shifted. Her fear didn't disappear, but she pushed it aside. The hijacker yelled at the pilots, demanding the plane descend and threatening harm if they didn't obey. The captain's calm voice came through the speakers. "Sir, please relax. No one needs to get hurt." But the man only got angrier. Passengers trembled. An elderly woman beside Sarah held her chest, whispering prayers. A small boy 2 rows ahead cried uncontrollably, drawing the hijacker's attention. He glared at the child, and the entire cabin held its breath. Sarah knew the situation could turn deadly. She slowly stood up from her seat, keeping her hands visible. She stepped into the aisle carefully, her voice calm and soft. "Sir," she said, "please listen to me." The hijacker flashed his weapon at her. "Sit down, don't come closer." But Sarah didn't step back. Her voice stayed steady, not loud, not challenging, just controlled, gentle, human. "Sir, no one wants to fight you. No one wants to stop you. Let's talk. You don't want to hurt anyone. Please let me help." The entire cabin watched, shocked. A teenage girl was doing what no adult dared to attempt. For a moment, the hijacker's expression softened just a flicker of confusion. He wasn't expecting calmness. He wasn't expecting kindness. His grip loosened slightly on the flight attendant. Sarah saw it, so did the crew. She continued, "Everyone is scared, even you, but hurting people won't solve anything. Put the weapon down, we can talk this through." Her voice carried something. The hijacker wasn't used to patience and empathy. He hesitated. The flight attendants exchanged glances. This was their chance. Minutes felt like hours. Sarah kept talking, keeping his attention locked on her. She took a tiny step forward, careful not to provoke him. "It's not too late," she whispered. "You can still make the right choice." The hijacker's shoulders dropped slightly. His breathing slowed. His weapon lowered a few inches, just enough. That was the moment the crew needed. 2 attendants approached quietly from behind him. Sarah gave a small nod. When the hijacker turned his head toward a crying child, the attendants lunged forward. At the same instant, Sarah grabbed his wrist with both hands, twisting just enough to free the weapon. It clattered to the floor. The crew pinned him down, securing his arms and shouting for restraints. Passengers gasped, some crying, some cheering. The danger had passed. The captain's voice came over the intercom, filled with relief. "Ladies and gentlemen, the threat has been neutralized. We owe our safety today to a brave young passenger." Sarah's legs shook as she sat back down. Flight attendants rushed to her, thanking her, hugging her. Passengers reached out from all sides. "You saved us. God bless you. You're so brave, Anak." The little boy she had protected climbed into the aisle and hugged her tightly. Sarah smiled weakly, still processing what had happened. The plane landed safely in Davao with emergency vehicles waiting on the runway. Authorities escorted the hijacker away as news reporters gathered, already hearing whispers about the teenage girl who stopped a hijacking. But Sarah avoided the cameras. She walked straight into the airport terminal where her mother waited anxiously. When her mother hugged her tightly, Sarah whispered only one sentence, "Mama, I just did what felt right." The story spread across the Philippines in the following years. People were astonished that a soft, spoken 16-year-old had calmed a hijacker with nothing but courage, intelligence, and heart. Her bravery became a symbol of hope, proof that true heroes sometimes appear in the most unexpected moments. And for everyone on flight PR 782, Sarah Balabagan was the girl who saved their lives, not with strength, but with extraordinary calm.